What's going on, guys? We're back here today with another fantasy basketball mock draft. Today we're doing a 12-team categories league with the 9th overall pick. Before we get into the video, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially if this video helped you out. So Jokic went first, Giannis second, Embiid third, KD fourth, Luka fifth, Harden sixth, LaMelo seventh, pretty early for LaMelo, Tatum eighth, and 9th pick, Steph Curry's on the board, Cat is on the board, LeBron, Trae Young. Very solid selections here. I don't want to draft Curry. Obviously, he's a steal at this position, in my opinion. I do want to try to build around LeBron this time around. We already built around Curry. I still want to build around LeBron, Cat, LaMelo, and Trae. Lillard, great options still available in the first round. Let's try our luck with LeBron. So there goes Curry, Ja Morant, Cat, Trae Young, Tyrese Halliburton, and Kyrie Irving. Tyrese, I expect to have a huge year this year, would be a solid pickup right next to LeBron James, as well as Trae Young, Kyrie Irving as well. Really, any guard fits so good next to LeBron. But I see Lillard here and AD as well, but Lillard is too hard to pass up at this time. Obviously had a little bit of a down year last time, but I do expect that to change with CJ gone and Simons really stepping up, Josh Hart being there, and Jeremy Grant being there. I think Lillard is going to have one of the better seasons of his career, scoring and playmaking wise. So I'm going to take Lillard here. Could have also went D-Book or Paul George. Anthony Edwards, not bad selection, but Damian Lillard, way too hard to pass up this early. There goes D-Book, Pascal Siakam, AD, DeMar DeRozan, DeJounte Murray, Anthony Edwards, Sabonis, Rudy Gobert, Bam Adebayo, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Van Fleet, Cade, Jimmy Butler, Zion Williamson, and Donovan Mitchell. So this is where we really have to decide where our team goes. I think since LeBron is on our team, a good rebounder, good at playmaker, gets good amount of steals, assists, and does hit the three, like almost 3 a game at this point in his career. I think we're going to head down the guard route once again. Darius Garland being here just fits so well next to Lillard and LeBron. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 1.3 steals, 2.4 threes. That 3-point number might even see an uptick next to Donovan Mitchell. Chris Paul, very solid pickup here just because of his 10 assists a game almost next to D-Book and Ayton. I'm going to draft Garland here. If Chris Paul does make the swing back, or actually Bradley Beal or Shea, there's a lot of great options to put next to LeBron and Lillard. I'm going to take Garland here. There goes Porzingis, Vucevic, Shea, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, DeAndre Ayton. Now it comes down to our pick. So Bradley Beal is here, and so is Chris Paul. Obviously with Bradley Beal, you get a whopping 25 points a game. You get 2 threes, you get 6 assists, and the rest are pretty much similar. However, Chris Paul, obviously 10 points less, but the 10 assists are huge. The 1.6 steals are huge. The great percentages are huge as well. It's a tough selection, but I think I'm going to take Chris Paul over Bradley Beal just because of the playmaking, the steals, and the efficiency. It's a tough choice, though. It really could go either way. I could see many people taking Bradley Beal just because of the points. There is stuff in Phoenix about like how the team's not meshing right now, but Chris Paul is basically a Hall of Famer. I think he could get that team going, get back on track. So let's go Chris Paul. There goes Bradley Beal, Jonas Valanciunas, Chris Middleton, Julius Randle, Zach LaVine, Drew Holiday, Jalen Brunson, Jared Allen, Desmond Bane, Jaylen Brown, Miles Turner, Sengun, Brandon Ingram, Robert Williams, De'Aaron Fox, and OG Anunoby. Couple of options here. Looking at our team, I think we're just heavily in the guards right now. Yeah, we got basically our point guard, shooting guard, and guard filled out. We really need to get onto the small forwards, the power forwards, and the centers. The center being the biggest problem. Jakob Poeltl is here. Does get a decent amount of assists, good field goal. Gets us some steals here and there. So he's a solid pickup for us at center. He, however, possibly could make it on the swing back. So maybe I could grab him a little bit later. I do see CJ here and Terry Rozier, both really solid players. Terry Rozier could be in line for a huge year with Miles Bridges out. This scoring from 20 might even hit closer to 23, 24. The assists could go up. The threes could go up. So Terry could be in line for a huge year, especially with LaMelo missing a good amount of time early on. Probably won't miss that much time, but Terry Rozier is a really solid pickup. CJ, again, I've been saying I think these assists are really underrated. to the point where he might be getting a little bit more next to Zion. I think I'm going to grab Terry Rozier here and really try to lock up a center in Jakob Poeltl on the swing back, just because centers are so hard to come by. If not Poeltl, maybe I'll grab someone like Nurkic or Wendell Carter or Christian Wood. But then again, knowing the simulator, they're most likely going to draft the big men. So I think Jakob Poeltl has less likely chance of being there than Terry Rozier. So I think I'll grab Jakob Poeltl actually, and then grab Terry Rozier or CJ McCollum on the swing back, whichever one is there. So let's grab Jakob. There goes Terry Rozier. Right after us, Wood, Jaren Jackson, Ben Simmons, John Collins, and Walker Kessler. So at least CJ's there. We could grab CJ. Pretty much very similar to Terry Rozier. I think he is just a little bit better in the assist department and probably could score a little bit better and definitely should have better efficiency. So I'm perfectly fine grabbing CJ and Jakob Poeltl. There goes Yusuf Nurkic, Bobby Portis, Kyle Lowry, Paolo Banchero, Al Horford, Bridges, Clint Capella, Zubac, Jordan Poole, Brandon Clark, Tyrese Maxey, Michael Porter Jr., Wendell Carter, PJ Washington, Draymond Green, and Mitchell Robinson. Looking at our suggestions, Josh Giddey jumps out to me right off the bat. Jamal Murray as well. Josh Giddey's definitely a little bit more versatile, gets the rebounds and the assist. Jamal Murray scores more, hits the three a little bit more. Both solid selections here. I do think this is underrating Jamal Murray a little bit. Early on, Jamal Murray's numbers might be a little low just as he's getting back into shape and everything. But later on into the season, I think Jamal Murray will have way better numbers than this. Probably in the 20 points a game area. I still, however, like Josh Giddey a little bit more just because of the assist, the steals, the rebounds. So we're going to go Josh Giddey here. There goes Vassell, Bashir, Kuminga, Mobamba, Jalen Smith, Tobias Harris. Let's take a look at our team. I think we're really lacking the forward department. We have so many guards already. Really lacking the forwards. Jamal Murray still made it here. Klay Thompson as well. Keldon Johnson's here. Really love him this year, as you guys should know by now. Jeremy Grant as well fits our team. We do have Lillard, so that's a little bit iffy. Sadiq Bey is another solid pickup. I do think he's in line for a good year next to Cade, Ivy, Bogdanovich, and Stewart. Ideally, I'd grab someone like Clay or Murray here, but we have such a hole at forward that I'd need to grab someone like Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson does give similar numbers to Clay, honestly. More rebounds, less threes, obviously, better efficiency, which I don't know about. I think Klay Thompson will have better efficiency than Keldon Johnson this year. We're going to go Keldon Johnson, really get at least get a small forward on the board for us. Brook Lopez, Andre Drummond, who should not be going this early. Even Brook Lopez shouldn't be going this early. Okongwu either. There's Andrew Wiggins, Pokusevski, Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Franz Wagner, who I love this year. Keegan Murray, Montrezl Harrell shouldn't be going this early. Isaiah Jackson shouldn't be going this early. I'm not even sure who this is. Steven Adams, Kelly Olynyk, Colin Sexton, Isaiah Stewart. Jamal Murray's still here. Still probably going to head toward Jeremy Grant or Sadiq Bey here. I think Sadiq Bey makes more sense just because of his three-pointers. Jeremy Grant is a better blocker, but the threes are something that our team is kind of focusing on. Along with the steals, I think Sadiq Bey fits that a little bit better for us. Other options, obviously, you could grab someone like Marcus Smart, Jamal Murray. We could also go for Jalen Green is available. RJ Barrett is here. He always falls in these drafts. I don't know what it is. I think I'm going to take RJ. He should not be going this late. I think RJ should be going like in around here. What round is this? The 7th round. Latest, I think RJ should be going. So I'm going to draft RJ. He deserves some respect. There goes Thomas Bryant, James Wiseman, Jackson Hayes, Daniel Gafford, Jamal Murray, Mason Plumlee. So all the guys we actually wanted are still there. Jeremy Grant and Sadiq Bey. I'm going to draft Sadiq Bey, I think. Looking at our team, still need a power forward where Sadiq Bey would really slot in. Really good on the point guards. Assists-wise, we have a good amount of assists. LeBron, Garland, Lillard, Chris Paul, RJ should get some, CJ should get some, JD should get some. So I think we're set on our point guards. Really good three-point shooting as well. So I think I'm fine grabbing, going for really scorers, steals, threes, and like decent playmaking in our forwards. So that's where someone like Sadiq Bey really would do well. There goes Jalen Duren, Kuzma, Isaiah Hartenstein, Nick Claxton, Precious Achiuwa, Robert Covington, Kevin Love, Jabari Smith Jr., Monte Morris, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Herb Jones, Westbrook is another solid one, Tyler Harrow, D'Lo, Lonzo Ball. And ironically enough, Jeremy Grant has also fallen to us. Lauri Markkanen is also here. I think we may actually go Lauri Markkanen. I think in Utah this year, gonna be what? The second or third option behind Colin Sexton. I guess Jordan Clarkson and Mike Conley are still there, but I think they're both getting traded. I would go into the draft going in with that mindset. So like the lineup would be what? Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, Jared Vanderbilt, Walker Kessler. And I'm not even sure who their shooting guard would be if Conley gets traded, or point guard. Oh, Malik Beasley, I guess, is a good pick at shooting guard. But yeah, I think Lauri Markkanen could have a huge year in Utah. He could play small forward apparently now. Did it pretty well in Cleveland. So I think Lauri Markkanen might be the pickup for us, just because he has a little bit higher potential than Jeremy Grant. Plus, we do also have Damian Lillard. Other solid choices here. Gary Trent, a huge three-point sniper and good in the steal department. However, slots in at shooting guard. If he could play small forward, would have been an instant pickup for us. But yeah, let's go Lauri Markkanen. There goes Gary Trent, Dinwiddie, Anthony Simmons, Malcolm Brogdon, Josh Hart, and Marcus Smart. So we could go again Jeremy Grant, who's still available, Gordon Hayward, who's still here, Mike Conley's still here as well, Cole Anthony as well, Jalen Suggs a solid pickup, Cam Johnson should be the starting power forward or small forward in Phoenix. Pretty solid sniper in his own right. But I think Jeremy Grant is definitely the pickup here. Defense, scores, hits a three, a decent amount. There goes Norman Powell, Jalen Suggs, Mike Conley, Trey Jones, Cole Anthony, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jaden Ivey, Bones Highland, Dorian Finney-Smith, John Wall, Harrison Barnes, Evan Fournier, Kelly Oubre, Caleb Martin, Dylan Brooks, and Karis LeVert. So we could go a few ways. We could take the injury-prone Gordon Hayward again. We could take Cam Johnson, recently promoted to starter, the sniper. We could go someone like Bojan Bogdanovic, who they still have in Utah, but now in Detroit. Should be in line for a good year as well. Pretty reliable scorer for Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Sadiq Bey to rely on. We did just draft Sadiq Bey, so maybe not drafting Bogdan. Luguentz Dort's another option. We do have Giddey, but solid 3-and-D player, 2.4 threes, 17 points last year. Well, I guess these are projections, but I think last year he did 17 points last year too. So very solid choice. I think we are going to go Cam Johnson here. But then again, there's Gordon Hayward here. I think with the last pick in our league, in our draft for us, I think he's a really good option just because, yeah, the risk is there with the injury. But if it doesn't work out, all you really missed out on is your last pick. You could easily replace him throughout the free agency with all of these guys. Dortz could be there, Kyle Anderson, Clarkson, Kevin Huerter. There's tons of options if something does happen to Gordon Hayward. And then if your league has an IR, I think getting Gordon Hayward with the last pick is really solid. So I actually think we're going to take Gordon Hayward. There goes Jared Vanderbilt, Jordan Clarkson, and Derek White. Got a B+ in this draft. Almost an A. Just missed out on a couple points. There's LeBron, Garland, Lillard, Keldon Johnson, Sadiq Bey, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Chris Paul, CJ McCollum, Josh Giddey, Lauri Markkanen, Jeremy Grant, and Gordon Hayward. I actually really like this team. I tend to go a little bit more guard heavy in my drafts just because I like watching guards play. But LeBron at point guard, which I would actually love to slot him in at small forward or power forward. But the way the simulator works, it always slots him into the first position listed, which ends up being point guard for LeBron. That's okay. I think we got a ton of point guards, high assist getters in LeBron, Garland, Lillard, Chris Paul probably will lead the league. Giddey as well, about 7 or 8. CJ could get up to 7 or 8. And tons of good shooters. LeBron hits 3 a game. Garland hits about 3. Lillard can hit like 8 if he gets hot. Sadiq Bey hits about 3. RJ, who keeps falling in these drafts. Don't know why. I think he's a top 5 round player. And he ends up going, I think we got him in the 9th round. Like, that's ridiculous. Jakob Poeltl, who we just had to pick up just because centers are so hard to come by. Chris Paul, CJ McCollum, Giddey, Lauri Markkanen, and Jeremy Grant. All really solid pickups. I do think differently, maybe I wouldn't have grabbed Jakob Poeltl here. Maybe I could have grabbed someone like, I guess we could have grabbed, I think we could have grabbed like Terry Rozier. He fits our team better, but then I'm not even sure where we'd grab a center, honestly. I guess we could have, instead of getting CJ, we could have got Yusuf, but I think I like CJ and Yaka better than Terry Rozier and Yusuf Nurkic, especially since we have Damian Lillard as well as Jeremy Grant down there. So actually, I think we did pretty good. I would have loved to grab some players that I really like that we missed out on. Franz Wagner, will really like him this year next to Banchero. Westbrook's pretty low, I think. Lonzo Ball is low because of injury, but players like D'Lo, Tyler Herro, Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, very low gets in this draft. Like 11th round for them is just absurd in my opinion. What can you do when the AI is drafting all these bigs in the middle rounds? I kind of get it because there are so many guards and so little big men to really choose from that are like fantasy worthy, but they go like deep in the big man bag very early on. But that's all for this video. Please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially if this video helped you out, and I'll see you next time.